Hey, what is going on YouTube? Go check out my Bulgarian military Makarov 9x18, of course, review. I'm doing all these videos back to back, so they should be uploaded in the next couple days. But today I'm gonna actually stay at home and upload all my videos if I can. It's gonna take hours to do that, if not days. But right now we are going to review the American Classic Compact Commander. Is what it's called, American Classic. Yeah, American Classic Compact Commander 1911. Chamber check. Ooh, that's good. So, one second. Okay, so apparently I only had 7 rounds. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get into this. I'm not going to take this pistol apart because I have such trouble getting it apart and putting it... It's not getting it apart, it's actually putting it back together. It's really funky. Some of the pistols or rifles that I buy, like the Ruger 1022, is supposed to be extremely easy to take apart, put back together. But it's giving me a lot of trouble, more than other people that I've seen reviewing them. As well as the 1911. Which I really can't say that I have any experience taking apart 1911s, considering I've never owned one until now. Sorry to be drinking on cam, but not drinking, but I'm drinking Pepsi. By the way, that reminds me, somebody was complaining on one of my videos about me eating a burger during my videos. Yes, I don't give a fuck what I do on camera. I mean, it's my channel, my videos. I have a right to do what I want to do. But I apologize for doing anything inconvenient that would distract you from the video, or me, myself. But this is a basic 1911. It's just like any other 1911, except it's somewhat skeletonized. I wouldn't say a lot of it is. But the thing I like about this 1911 is it has these classic wood grips, which appear to be actual wood that's coated, so it's not gonna rot. But I wouldn't want to test it with moisture. Actually, it doesn't look like it's coated. I'm gonna let you look at that up close. Yeah, it's not coated for sure. But this is chambered in 45 ACP, as most 1911s are, except for the Kunan, which is chambered in 357 Magnum. Why would you want to own a 357 Magnum 1911? I have no freaking clue. But who's to say 357 Magnum is not a good cartridge in semi-auto? Well, some guy on a video said that 357 Magnum and one other caliber, I can't remember for the life of me what it was, that those were not good calibers for being semi-automatic, which I think he said 10mm is a great cartridge for sorry guys, my brain is not all here, but I'm going to continue to do these reviews because I only have one other thing to review. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. But I'm thinking about a Glock 20 10mm. Shouldn't be too expensive. I mean, about 550 bucks. I did call a one of the sporting stores it's a deer processing store, and it's got a shit ton of guns. I can't even tell you how many hundreds of guns they have in that store. But the only problem is they're way overpriced. They're selling Glocks for close to $700, which is more than retail. And they told me that I could not purchase a 10mm because I'm not law enforcement, which means they don't tax it for citizens, which I think is bullshit. But this 1911 has the skeletonized trigger and has the skeletonized hammer, which this is a very light trigger, and it doesn't have a long trigger pull either. You can barely even see my finger moving. And like normal 1911s, it's got that trigger that's curved, and pushed into the frame instead of just hanging out in the trigger guard. Has these little cutouts on the side, the slots for easy gripping. So I can basically just. And also it's got the upgraded sights on it, which I've never done. I never really do any upgrades to my firearms at all, mostly because it's putting more money into it than I really should. Not to say that I won't upgrade my AR, because that's something I will upgrade. Also, that Ruger 1022, I can upgrade that if I want to, because it's the most upgradable firearm there is out there right now. This has an extremely smooth safety. But I did take this apart twice. The first time, I couldn't get the thing back together. I had to have my dad help me out with it, or my grandfather, since he's older and more mature and wise than I am, and he got it back together with my help. The only thing that was giving us trouble was the recoil plug, and I finally figured out, oh shit, you gotta put this thing back together with a slide on it and everything, and then shove the recoil spring back in there. That's a mistake I made the first time, is I did not realize that. But I also had a problem the last time, which was a couple days ago, when I pulled the trigger and the recoil spring shot out, as well as my whatever it's called right there, barrel bushing, that shot out. It shot out like a little rocket, and it took me about an hour to find the parts, because they hit the wall, bounced around, and went somewhere. So it's got the upgraded sights, extremely accurate pistol, and I'm talking extremely accurate. I was popping just like the Makarov. I never did get great accuracy out of the Glock, but then again, that was also the first firearm I ever got, and I wasn't experienced with semi-auto pistols or any kind of firearm, because I just never did have the money to buy them, and it was pretty hard to register for them. I did one time, got denied, and put it off for a year or two, but finally got approved. So, extremely accurate. It's got these upgraded sights, and I'll let you look down them. It is not pointed at me. So that's pretty much everything to review on this. I mean, I only have, or have had, a few firearms that I reviewed that really I can get into detail with. This one, I am not going to take it apart for the sake of it being so hard to put back together without me screwing up somewhere in the process. But it says on the barrel right there, 45 ACP, so don't even try to put anything else in there. Who the hell would? Let's talk a little bit about the magazine. Oh, also, it has the extended beaver tail, so that slide does not come back and hit you in the hand if you have bigger hands like I do. Obviously, I got a pretty big hand, but this is also a compact, not a subcompact where it's like this small. But also, holding any pistol, I have a very large hand for my height and size. I'm only 5'9", but I have a very large hand. So, it also has a little beaver tail on the back too, which is, it's very comfortable. And the trigger, as all 1911s, will not let the hammer go forward unless you push that in. Very, very smooth trigger. You can also do it with single action, which is the only action you can have on there. Actually, I don't know if it's double or single. I know you can just pull the hammer back and it'll fire. But this comes with a 7-round magazine. I really want to get an 8-round, and there's something I do not like about this magazine, and that would be that it hangs to the bottom a lot. Too much for me. Not to say that it's something that just catches my eye, and I don't really like. I'd like to put a mag extension on here at some point, but you know, when I can just buy an 8-round magazine and it fit perfectly in there for about $5. So the ammunition I'm using is standard reload ball rounds. This is 230 grains. Has that black bullet that's funky looking. 230 grains, and this is reload, so cheap and affordable for 45 ACP. I'm gonna go ahead and charge this. That is my personal defense pistol, even though it's slinging bowling balls and it's got a standard ball round, so it's gonna penetrate like hell, and it's FMJ and it's moving very slow, but it's still gonna punch the shit out of you when it hits. Whether or not it even goes through you, it's still gonna knock your ass down. And that's why I'm looking for a 10mm, which I know my gun shop has one for like $400 or $500 something dollars. And that can be used to hunt large game if you use the right ammunition. So that wraps up this video for the American Classic Compact Commander. Voice crack. So yeah, as always, pack, dip, spit, keep on a vaping. I'll see you guys later for the next review.